Alright guys, we've got the entire Sundown 8-inch subwoofer lineup here, organized from shallowest to deepest. So we're going to start down here. The SD28. This guy's a shallow 8 with an underhung motor, and it's optimized for small sealed enclosures. It likes about 1/3 to 1/2 of a cubic foot. You can see here in the back it's a solid back plate, so it doesn't need any room behind for venting either. So though, as I said, this is an underhung motor which has very low distortion. So it's our best sound quality 8-inch, and it's optimized for sealed enclosures. Next here we have the E8 V4. You can see this one here has a stamped frame, as it's a lower cost unit. Features a vented magnetic gap. And while this is a very low cost unit, it has performance comparable to the old previous generation S8 V1s and V1.5s. This one's optimized for small ported enclosures, about 1/2 to 3/4 of a cubic foot. Next, we have the S8 V3. As you can see, compared to the V2, we have a heavily vented magnetic gap. Nice flared gap vents there. And in place of the vented basket spacer, which you would normally find right there, got rid of that and vented the basket, saved about 5 millimeters of depth. The surround here is a new updated surround. Different shape if you look closely. It's a half ellipse, like the new Megarol V2 on the XV2 and ZV4 Rev 2 series woofers. It's a very linear, very low distortion, sound quality oriented driver that also has a lot of output, optimized for small ported, just like the E8 V4, about 1/2 to 3/4 of a cubic foot. Finally here we have the big boy, the X8. You can see it's much deeper. This one has a 2.5-inch coil where all the others have a 2-inch coil. It has an FEA optimized progressive spider for a little bit more SPL. The surround roll is a little bit more SPL oriented roll, actually identical in size and shape to the ZV318. Come back here to the motor. Got a solid backplate once again. That's mated up with a vented spacer here. This creates a lot of air velocity. It keeps the coil cool under very, very high amounts of power. This rated for 750 watts RMS pretty conservatively. And to step back a little bit, S8 V3, 500 watts RMS, E8 V4, 300 watts RMS, SD28, 300 watts RMS. So there we have the whole Sundown 8-inch subwoofer family. Pretty much have something for everybody at every price level and every type of enclosure.